There's a mineral hiding in your blood work right now that controls over 300 different reactions in your body, and almost half of all adults are running dangerously low on it without ever knowing. It's not iron. It's not calcium. It's magnesium. And the test your doctor runs for it is, frankly, almost useless. Today you're going to learn what magnesium actually does inside your body, why the standard blood test lies to almost everyone, and the one mistake that keeps people deficient for years even while they think they're covered. Let's start with what most people get wrong. Ask the average person what magnesium does, and they'll say muscle cramps. And they're not wrong, just decades behind. Back in the mid-1900s, doctors noticed that people with severe deficiencies twitched, cramped, and sometimes seized. Give them magnesium, the symptoms eased. So for decades, magnesium got filed away as the cramp mineral, the thing you take before a marathon or after a leg spasm at 3 a.m. That part is real. Magnesium does relax muscle fibers, and without enough of it, your muscles misfire. But here's what flips the whole story. Almost everything else we now know about magnesium, we only learned in the last 15 years. And it turns out cramps were just the surface. Magnesium doesn't behave like a simple mineral at all. It behaves more like the master switch behind your cellular power grid. Think of every cell in your body as a tiny factory. Each factory has machines that make energy, and every single one of those machines needs a magnesium ion to even turn on. Without it, the machine sits there, parts assembled, but lifeless. This is why magnesium is involved in over 300 enzyme reactions. Your nervous system relies on it. Your heart rhythm relies on it. Your blood vessels relax because of it. Your DNA repair process leans on it. There is barely a system in your body magnesium isn't quietly running in the background. So what happens when the switch starts to flicker? First, your nervous system gets the signal. Magnesium acts as a natural brake pedal on your nerve cells. It calms them down after they fire. Without enough magnesium, that brake pedal weakens. Your nerves become hyperexcitable. This is why low magnesium is tied to anxiety, restlessness, and that wired but tired feeling so many people chalk up to stress alone. It isn't always stress. Sometimes it's a mineral your nervous system never got. Next, your heart. Every beat of your heart depends on a precise electrical signal, and magnesium helps regulate the channels that carry that signal. When magnesium drops too low, those channels become unstable. Researchers have linked low magnesium to irregular heartbeats, and in severe hospital cases, to dangerous arrhythmias. Your heart isn't just a pump. It's an electrical system, and magnesium is part of the wiring. Then there's your blood vessels. Magnesium acts like a gentle hand on the smooth muscle wrapped around every artery in your body, telling it to relax. Without enough magnesium, that grip tightens. Vessels constrict. Blood pressure climbs. This single mechanism is why multiple trials have found magnesium supplementation modestly lowers blood pressure in people who are deficient. Not a miracle drug. Just a missing piece finally back in place. And then there's sleep, the one almost nobody connects to magnesium until they fix it. Magnesium helps activate a calming neurotransmitter called GABA, the same pathway many sleep medications target artificially. When magnesium is low, that calming signal weakens, and your brain struggles to power down at night. People low in magnesium frequently report lighter, more fragmented sleep, waking at 3 a.m. for no clear reason. Restore the mineral, and for many people, that nightly wake-up simply disappears. Now here's where it gets serious. Magnesium is also deeply tied to insulin. Your cells use magnesium to properly respond to insulin signal, opening the door for sugar to leave your bloodstream and enter your cells. When magnesium is low, that door gets stiff. Cells become resistant. Blood sugar lingers in the blood longer than it should. Multiple studies have found that people with the lowest magnesium levels carry a significantly higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes over time. It becomes a vicious cycle, because high blood sugar also causes your kidneys to dump out even more magnesium in your urine. The deficiency feeds the disease, and the disease deepens the deficiency. So a fair question is, how big is this problem really? Here's the first trap, and it's a big one. The standard blood test measures magnesium floating in your serum, the liquid part of your blood. But here's the catch: less than 1% of the magnesium in your entire body lives in your blood. The other 99% is locked away inside your bones and your cells. Your body works incredibly hard to keep that 1% looking stable, even when the deep stores underneath are running empty. This means you can be significantly deficient at the cellular level and still get a blood test result that says normal. Researchers studying this gap have called serum magnesium one of the least reliable ways to measure your true magnesium status, and yet it remains the only test most doctors ever order. That gap is where people get hurt. Depending on the population studied, somewhere between 45 and 80% of adults in modern countries fall short of recommended magnesium intake, and that number climbs even higher in people who eat a lot of processed food, drink alcohol regularly, or live with chronic stress. Why so widespread? A few reasons stack on top of each other. Modern farming has stripped magnesium out of topsoil over the last 70 years, meaning the same vegetable today carries a fraction of the magnesium it had a few generations ago. Processed foods strip out the natural magnesium that whole grains contain. Caffeine and alcohol both increase how much magnesium your kidneys flush out. And chronic stress burns through magnesium faster than almost anything else, because every stress hormone your body releases uses magnesium to do its job. So how much should you actually take? The standard recommendation sits around 310 to 420 milligrams a day depending on your age and sex. For a lot of people under real modern stress, eating modern food, that baseline simply isn't enough to refill what's being lost. Clinical researchers have noted that correcting a true magnesium deficiency often takes meaningfully more than the baseline recommendation, sometimes for several months, before deep tissue stores are rebuilt. This isn't a free pass to megadose. It's a reason to stop guessing. And that leads straight to the real danger, the mistake almost everyone makes, assuming a multivitamin with a small amount of magnesium has them covered, then never thinking about it again. Some stay quietly deficient for years, with the symptoms misattributed to stress, aging, or poor sleep hygiene. Others take the wrong form entirely. This matters more than people realize. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest and most common form on store shelves, is poorly absorbed by your gut, and much of it simply passes straight through you. Forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate are absorbed far more efficiently, and glycinate in particular crosses into the brain more easily, which is why it's often the form researchers use when studying sleep and anxiety. Choosing the wrong form can mean taking a supplement faithfully for a year with almost no improvement in your actual levels. There is such a thing as taking too much, mainly from supplements rather than food. Excess magnesium, especially in the citrate or oxide form, commonly causes loose stools before it causes any real danger. The mistake almost everyone makes, assuming a multivitamin with a small amount of magnesium has them covered, then never thinking about it again. Some stay quietly deficient for years, with the symptoms misattributed to stress, aging, or poor sleep hygiene. Others take the wrong form entirely. This matters more than people realize. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest and most common form on store shelves, is poorly absorbed by your gut, and much of it simply passes straight through you. Forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate are absorbed far more efficiently, and glycinate in particular crosses into the brain more easily, which is why it's often the form researchers use when studying sleep and anxiety. Choosing the wrong form can mean taking a supplement faithfully for a year with almost no improvement in your actual levels. There is such a thing as taking too much, mainly from supplements rather than food. Excess magnesium, especially in the citrate or oxide form, commonly causes loose stools before it causes any real danger, which is actually a useful built-in warning system your body gives you. True toxicity is rare and almost always tied to kidney problems, since healthy kidneys are remarkably good at clearing out the excess. So magnesium isn't really about cramps. It's a master switch sitting behind your nervous system, your heart, your blood vessels, your sleep, and your blood sugar control. Nearly half of all adults are likely running low, and the standard blood test gives almost everyone false reassurance. If you suspect you're deficient, food is the smartest first move. Leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and dark chocolate are some of the richest natural sources. If you choose a supplement, look specifically for glycinate or citrate, and give it real time, several months, before judging whether it's working. If this changed how you think about magnesium, drop a comment below and tell me, do you get muscle cramps, restless sleep, or that wired but tired feeling? Hit subscribe so you never miss a video that could genuinely change your health.